This is what many people across the UK woke up to. Roads blocked, public transport cancelled and schools closed. Fun for some, misery for others. In Croatia, the army were drafted in to rescue people trapped in their houses. But as fast as the snow was cleared, more quickly fell. And in the Italian capital, Romans experienced the first snow in 6 years, turning the Vatican into a battleground. Cold weather in winter is hardly surprising, but what's unsettling scientists is that Europe is currently colder than the Arctic. A freak warming around the North Pole is sending a blast of Arctic cold across the continent. Weather experts say man-made global warming is to blame.
What you normally see is the winds coming in from the west, the jet stream winds. But with this massive warming which takes place high up in the atmosphere, about 50 degrees in the space of a couple of days, it breaks down that pattern, allows this big area of high pressure to form, sitting across much of Europe. And of course, with that sort of wind direction coming in from the east and northeast, it pulls the cold air in all the way from Siberia. And of course, you know what that means. Desperately cold air, strong winds with it, and that cold air will penetrate across Europe for some days yet.
In the 1970s, climate scientists came up with a theory that the warmer the Arctic, the colder the European continent. They even gave it an anagram: WA, warmer Arctic, CC, colder continent, or as the scientists prefer to call it, wacky. People here in southeast England may be surprised by this unusual or wacky weather, but it could, in the future, be the shape of things to come. On the Norwegian archipelago of Svalbard in the high Arctic, scientists have recorded temperatures 13 degrees centigrade above average. Sea ice is retreating, exposing warmer water below and releasing more heat into the atmosphere. And while Arctic temperatures increase, the wacky weather continues to leave Europe out in the cold. Neave, Al Jazeera in Kent, southeast England.